Hi and welcome to our first Mad Rad special. Today we're taking a look at a urban gardening project put together by Urban Gardening Sofia with the support of many other organisations. This was a completely voluntary, cashless project that people have come together to produce a garden on a piece of wasteland. It's been featured extensively on local news for the past 8 years, and recently the municipal council have decided to sell off this basically worthless piece of land to a waste recycling facility. So that will be lovely for the local residents, I'm sure. Now, unfortunately, with the place being closed, we won't be able to bring you any more footage from here. We had planned to do something nice there over the summer, but we did have the opportunity to come for a last ride whilst the bulldozers were in. So you can see some of the overhead footage from their YouTube channel. You can see how extensively the place has been developed. If you look to the right, that's the nurseries that were originally quite a substantial production facility of plants and flowers. And a big portion of that was given over to these urban gardeners who have put their hearts and souls into this place. Now, it's come a long way in the 8 years that it's been going, from a few people planting a few vegetables alongside the road, and then it's developed and spread out to fill the entire area. Now, as to the rights and wrongs of the council selling off a piece of land that it's promised to people for a community project, I'll let you judge that for yourselves. But I'd like to thank Ivan Ilyev, the man who got us involved. I think we have some footage of him here. And there's also an interview with him giving some more detailed explanation of exactly what went on with the council that I suggest you stay tuned for towards the end. But until then, I'm going to switch over to some music and let you enjoy my last ride around the garden. I took the V1 with me, so it might be a little less speedy and extreme than my normal rides, but yeah, hope you enjoy it. Okay, thanks for tuning in. So Ivan, thanks for talking to us. I wanted to ask you some questions specifically about the situation in Druzhba.
The situation in this moment is that the municipality wants us to leave the garden, and
the municipality for the non-Eastern European people is the council, the parliamentary body.
Yes, but the problem is that we don't have yet the regulations for gardening in the city, and they told us this like an excuse that we should leave the space.
So they've given you some reason for leaving, but it's a flimsy excuse, you'd say.
No, actually they don't want to give us any answer. They don't want to speak with us. Before 8 years there was an agreement to use the space for community garden, but after that you stop communicating. Maybe they expected that it would be some little space, like 5 square meters, and then the people will give up. But actually, after these 8 years, we are using all the space, and maybe this is a problem. I don't know. They don't want to tell us, and they don't want to give our alternative spaces to make this activity. There are people from every part of the city, and it's a sustainable way to, in terms of social politics and ecology, because it's an educational space where the older people educate the younger one, and the people like me, the people which don't have access to land, and they don't have grannies outside of the town, and they don't know how to grow food and how difficult it is.
So potentially, as well as losing the space, you're also going to lose some of these skills that are being passed on from some of the older generation to the younger people living in a city, not having the gardens around them.
Yes, the people are losing the connection with the land, and they are just going to the supermarket, buying some things, but they don't know from which part of the planet they are coming to this market, and how people are producing them. Did the producers use chemicals? They're just buying and eating, and this is one of the most important things if we want to be healthy, to know what do we eat, and to educate.
So the last time I was at the garden we were talking about, the bulldozers and the machines were there. Has that finished now? What's happening? Is that a standoff? Are people still able to use some of the land for gardening, or where is it up to?
I think they're just trying to make a statement that look guys, we have the machines, so this is ours, and you have to get out. And I think their hope is just to afraid. The cleaning is actually destroying half of the gardens, and some of them were on families, some of them were on people which were 80 years old, and these people were, some of them, they were in the garden every day, and this was their way of living. It was not just a hobby, it was a way of living.
Especially given the last 2 years of people not being able to socialise or to meet people, having a space that you can go outside in the city without worrying about infection, especially as an older person, I suggest is invaluable.
Yes, also there is this psychological impact of the people, because when everything is closed, you have to be outside if you don't have a choice to go anywhere else. And it's very important for every one of us.
Okay, well, thanks for taking the time to speak to us today, and thanks for showing us around your current garden, and I wish you many fruitful and veggieful days in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks for joining us. Big thanks to Urban Gardening Sofia. Big thanks to Food Not Bombs for hosting that last interview. Big thanks to Ivan for the welcome to the garden over many, many years. Big thanks to everyone who participated and made it the wonderful space that it was. I have only one regret throughout this whole thing, and that was taking the V1 on the adventure. Its underpowered motor wasn't quite prepared for the wet grass and the environment, but for nostalgia I like to ride it occasionally. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you'll subscribe for more of mine and Rad's adventures. And yeah, hit that subscribe and like button if you'd like to support the channel. Okay, thanks and have a good day.